School. We are so glad that you're here.
Yeah! Mrs. Millie, guess what I am dressed up as for Halloween?
It looks like you are dressed up as a beautiful princess.
To be specific, Sophia the First. She's my favorite princess.
For today's Halloween episode, we are going to be making some spooky deviled egg eyes.
Ooh, that sounds spooky. Do we cook for this?
We do cook for this. We're going to be using the stove today, so make sure you have grown-ups around in case you need help handling hot things.
And always ask permission before you make anything.
Now let's begin!
Mrs. Millie, what do we need to make deviled eggs?
We need eggs, of course, a big pot with a lid, a slotted spoon, and water. And we also need some food coloring. The color is up to you, but our favorite colors are red, black, purple, or blue, or green. We also need a spoon to crack our eggs, and some scissors, a smaller Ziploc bag, and you could either use a big Ziploc bag or a container for dyeing our eggs.
What do we do first?
The first thing we do is fill our pot about halfway with water, and we put it on the right burner for the size of pot. You don't want the burner to be showing too much, and you don't want the pan to be too big for the burner either. Then we turn our burner on medium-high. We want to get the water lightly boiling.
Ooh! And when we made spaghetti, I learned when you know it's boiling, it's when lots and lots of bubbles are coming up in the water. I love bubbles.
That's exactly right, except this time you want to watch for when the tiny bubbles are starting to come up. You don't want to wait until the big bubbles are coming up because then it might crack the eggs when you put them in.
So we probably need to watch very carefully.
That's right. We need to watch the water so that the water bubbles don't get too big.
What do we do while we are waiting for it to boil?
We need to pick our eggs.
How do we pick our eggs?
Hold your egg up to a flashlight and then hold that up to the light. On some of the eggs, if you see too much light, then that can mean that the egg might crack when you put it in the water. So you want an egg that doesn't have too many light spots coming through. The ones that don't have that many light spots, those will be the strongest eggs.
Oh, that makes sense. I see little bubbles in the water. What do we do now?
Now we carefully put our egg on our slotted spoon and then really carefully lower it into the water. We do that until all the eggs are in the pot. Once they're in the pot, turn off the stove, put the lid on, and then set a timer for 12 minutes.
Then we just wait?
Yeah, now we wait until the timer goes off. When you have about 2 to 3 minutes left over on your timer, you can get your ice water ready. You want to get a big bowl of water and ice.
The timer went off. Do we take them out now?
Yes, we carefully use our slotted spoon and take them out and put them directly into our ice water. This is going to be very hot, so you might need a grown-up to help. Then we set another timer for 15 minutes. I have my friend Heidi here to help us out with our deviled eggs.
Hi, Heidi. Hi. High five. Woohoo!
So for this next step of our deviled eggs, we have our eggs cooled and they're cooked, and now we have to crack them. So we are going to take our egg And then take our spoon and we're gonna make 3 or 4 wecks. So Heidi, you can go ahead and grab one and take a spoon. And then all around, make 3 or 4 wecks. So you just go and crack it. Then turn it and crack. Turn it, crack. Turn it and crack. And there you go. Then you can, we'll put it back in the bowl. Heidi, do you want to help Plum do it?
Okay. I go like this. Whack! 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 I love whacking things! Oreos is fun. In the ceremonies, sure. What do we do now?
Now that we have our eggs cracked, we need to color them. So we're going to put food coloring and water so that we get some really cool webs on the inside of our eggs.
Woo!
So Heidi, can you pour the water into our eggs?
Okay.
And then we're going to take some food coloring. We chose red today, but you can choose whatever color you want.
Blood, blood, blood!
And put the food coloring in.
Woo!
Then kind of give it a little stir. And then we're going to put this in the fridge to let it sit for about 10 minutes.
10 minutes! Man! This takes a lot of waiting.
It does take a lot of waiting.
I have an idea! Let's dance while we wait! Woohoo!
There's always time for dancing. That was fun!
The timer went off! Yay! No more waiting! Now what do we do?
Now we peel the eggs. Take the eggs out of the colored water and rinse the eggs off. Then we peel the eggs. Then after you peel the egg, make sure you rinse it again to get all the shells off.
Wow! Those look so spooky! What do we do next?
Next, we're going to cut them in half and take the yolks out. So Heidi, go ahead and take a knife. We're going to take it and we're going to cut it the long way, this way. So cut it in half.
It looks like the white breaks easily.
Yes, the white does break easily, so you kind of have to be careful. And then just scoop the yellow into your bowl.
It looks like we're done. What next?
Next, we need to make the yummy yolk mixture. So we need our mayonnaise, mustard, salt and pepper, and vinegar. So we are going to take 1/3 cup of mayonnaise, and just like in our measuring video, we're going to use our adjustable measuring cup for the mayonnaise, since it's a little sticky and thick and gooey. So we'll take that. Then we're going to scoop it into our measuring cup. Heidi, do you want to go ahead and do that?
Okay.
Then while she does that, I will actually add some of the other ingredients. So we have, this is some white vinegar, and we need 1 teaspoon of this. And then we need 1 teaspoon of mustard also. So, and then we're going to put that in. 1 teaspoon. And remember, if you're making it for somebody else, don't lick your fingers. But if you're making it for just yourself, then it might be okay. Good job. And now we're going to squeeze it in. And And then we're just going to scrape off the top. And then we're going to mix it up. So Heidi, you go ahead and mix it up. And you want to try to get it nice and smooth.
That looks good. That looks great, Heidi. Good job.
Then you can also take your rubber scraper and scrape the sides to make sure you've got it all. And then mix it up again. Now this is the fun part. This is where we get to taste it to see if it tastes good. So we take a spoon and just take a tiny little taste just to see if it's how you like it. Tastes good to me. And tasting it to see what you need is going to take a lot of practice, and it takes a lot of years to get that. But the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. Okay.
What do we do next?
Next, we're going to take a Ziploc bag and we're going to put our yolk mixture into the bag so that we can squirt it into the eggs. So, Heidi, how about you hold the bag, and you want to fold the edges down like this or else it'll get really messy. Okay, so you hold the bag and then we'll just plop it in there like that.
It's nice and cold.
And a rubber scraper is good for this so that you can get all the bits off the side too. All right, and then I'm going to take the edges, do it up, and then kind of shake it to get it into the corner. Shake, 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 shake. And then we're going to cut the side. You want to cut about that much. Then squeeze it down, and I'll show you the first one, then Heidi can help us. So we're just going to squirt it in until it's about full, until the egg is full. Do you want to try it, Heidi? And it also might help to twist the top so that egg doesn't come out the top too. So you want to squeeze it with the top.
Kind of like frosting.
Exactly. So squeeze the bag.
Those look yummy. What do we do to make them look more like eyes?
Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our olives and our pimientos and put them on so that they look like eyeballs. So Heidi, let's go ahead and just put an olive on each one and kind of squish it down a little bit. Remember, the more you practice, the better you will get.
And it's okay to make mistakes. Just try to do a little bit better next time.
If you enjoyed this video, push the like button and push subscribe to see any of our future videos.
It's the big red rectangle.
And if you want to connect with us or you make any of our creations, tag us on Instagram @Kids Cooking School.
We would